annihilator, dominator, player, hater, terminator. So, welcome, social media friends and family. Here's the third edition of our podcast, Too Hard, Too Hype, Welita's Kitchen, Sincarios, with Master Mixamando, a.k.a. DJ M3.
What's up?
Brought to you by the Beagle Pub and Eatery. So, we're here with Master Mixamando, M3.
Okay.
So, basically, we're going to start off with the story behind how he hooked up with us, Too Hard, Too Hype, and how the legend of Too Hard, Too Hype began.
How I remember it.
Okay. Or how I remember it.
Yeah, it's probably
Or
different.
Mr. Poetry, or even Mark Said To Go remembers
Yeah.
it. So
You
here
know,
we
I don't
go.
remember this guy.
So-
Was he in the group?
So we're going to start off.
He was in the back. He would dance.
We're going to start off with our album, Newborn Leader.
Ah.
Suck-ass album. But we thought they were
It's
the
a
shit.
12-inch.
Well,
Was it an album?
Well,
They played it 45.
my wife would disagree. My wife would
Call us out.
disagree. She was more like it was a
She never seen
3.5 inch, but
Hey, it was a 12-inch at 45 RPM.
Yeah.
What?
You would tell her that's 12 inches. That's why.
That is not.
so the story goes, we made an album in a Spanish studio. They did Spanish music, but it was a hip hop album.
8 tracks, I believe.
Yes, and
Real to real.
we took the album to Zooport because
Where he was DJing.
Yeah.
it was probably the place to be. I don't remember, but I think we took
Pleasure
it
Boys, what'd he say?
because it was the closest place to
Show?
where we lived.
Yeah.
That is true.
So
Yeah.
so Mondo was a DJ. Never met him before.
Richard, did we know Mondo at the time? Or were we just
We did
taking
not
to a
take him.
DJ?
We never met him before. All we knew is that Zooport was the place to be. We had an album. It was close to where we lived, so we took it. We said, Mondo, play this. Go.
That's right. I played it. And what happened?
What'd you
Richard,
think?
what
You
happened?
heard it. What was your honest opinion?
When I heard, I'm trying to remember. I played it. I remember it was a lot of highs, no bass. So
So
no
you high.
frequencies
Shitty
from
quality,
like.
high.
What about the song? Was it pretty crappy, average?
Truth. We want
Well,
truth.
Oh yeah,
Well,
At that
Mondo,
time,
my
by
age.
that time,
Truth.
By that time, by that time, I already
How's
knew
that
what
old-fashioned,
it was
buddy?
supposed to sound like. You know
How's that
what
old-fashioned
hip hop's
tasting,
supposed to
buddy?
sound like.
Yeah.
So when I heard it, I was like, man, I don't know. It just first of all, it was on 45.
Hold on.
which is
Wait.
weird.
Wait. Before you go on, whatever you say is the difference between you paying for that and I'm paying for
Yeah,
that.
be-
you know,
I'm
go
just
ahead,
gonna be
go ahead,
honest.
go
Yeah,
ahead.
I can pay for it. It's no big deal.
No, so
But-
explain that we know get that.
Yeah.
But explain how silly that
How
is
was the
about
quality? Not the song, not the music.
No, the quality was crap.
Okay, that's.
It wasn't mixed or mastered, obviously. I mean, it was mixed, but it wasn't mastered
Yeah.
to
Oh
where.
my God,
And-
Jorge,
and-
he's talking about
No,
you.
no, Jorge
JR Productions.
knows.
That's not his
Oh my God.
responsibility. It would
Yeah.
be our responsibility.
So there was no low end. Probably like maybe 100K on down. It was like gone, which is
100K
weird.
or what? I don't even make that
Frequency.
in a year.
So it's frequencies. So
is that like the low?
yeah, low end.
Yeah.
It was gone. So
Make
when I
99.9,
played it,
by the way.
it was just high end. And I remember the vocals.
So
being
you
good.
told me it was high end,
Yeah.
which it means good quality, like high end, best ever.
No.
high
Yeah,
end,
that's not
too
what
many
it's called.
highs. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Well, I took it wrong. So that's your fault right there.
it's not my fault.
go on,
I didn't
go
do it.
Hey, explain the 45 thing. That's
The
funny.
45 thing was weird because why did y'all make it 45 RPM, a 12-inch?
So Richard, answer that
usually,
real quick.
no.
Okay.
Usually at that time, anything on 45, 12-inch at 45 RPM
Which
was
is the
like
speed of it,
yeah,
right?
was like new wave records, imports from
Yeah.
the UK or Europe. You know, those records were at that.
I would.
speed.
45 was a smaller record, the 5-inch.
They are
ones,
at
right?
45, but
Yeah.
they're small
Yes,
little
it makes sense.
45 records. Yeah,
We did a 12-inch.
12-inch. Yeah,
This should be at 33.
Yeah.
We did it, yeah. And that's and you were saying I never thought about this, but you're saying it's impossible to mix those because it's actually going like too
well,
fast.
it's hard to do any tricks
Not
at
impossible.
all because you
You
can't.
can't, yeah.
I mean, it's at 45.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually I was able to get to that point, but like back then it was just so weird where it was just like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
So
So
that
hold
was a
on,
bad
hold on.
move.
So for the record, we were immigrants imported from Ted and Sons.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
So that's
there you
why
go.
it was on a 45.
All right.
No,
sounds
Mondo.
good.
So let's go back to.
Why you gotta get all serious, dude?
No,
I'm
hold
trying
up.
to be
Let me
fucking
ask
funny,
him a
bro.
question.
serious.
You go back.
Ain't nobody wanna hear serious shit. They wanna hear some funny shit.
And you play the album. And like, so what are you thinking? Like, hey, I can do something with
Well-
these guys, or
well, I
how did all
played
that
it-
start?
Well, I played it. You guys were all anxious and eager. I played it. I look at the crowd. No one was dancing. Probably
edit that
because
part
they didn't
out?
have beats on it. It was
Yeah.
just nothing but horns and vocals.
Yeah.
They never heard it before, also.
Yeah. So I never heard it, but it was just like I didn't have to hear it. I mean,
You
just
weren't
hearing
there
it the
that
first
night.
time.
You
No.
absolutely don't
No.
remember.
Just hearing it
No,
the first
no,
time.
no. So,
You came
so
on
for
after.
everybody out there, everything that they're talking about is really before my time. Me, like I said,
He
I
wasn't even born yet.
So I was hanging out at Zooport.
Okay.
When he was
I
like
was
2 years
13
old.
years old.
Nice.
Listening to your shit,
Actually,
and
he
I,
was
so I
really
was, I was,
Okay.
I was all about, dancing. So that's how I got into the
Yes,
group.
yes,
so,
that's
so,
right.
but yeah, so me.
So I played it,
Yeah.
and I remember it just being tinny and just high end, and that was that. And I did tell you guys, hey, I could probably do something with it, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay, so that's what.
So
that's
were
how
you
it all
already
started.
producing at the time?
I was actually doing tracks with a friend of mine, Stray Cat,
Stray Cat,
who
shout
I
out to
knew
Stray
from
Cat.
Hey,
you
rest
know,
in peace, Stray
back in
Cat.
the
They're
day.
like, he's not dead.
I love that dude, man. He's my homie for life. But
What's his real name?
Jerry.
Jerry.
Yeah, he's man.
Jerry
that
Garcia.
guy-
Jerry Garcia,
I
that's his
I had
name.
so much fun with that dude growing up, man. It was awesome.
He's a crazy
But,
guy.
I don't know why I thought Stray Cat was a graffiti guy.
He was,
a tagger,
he was.
But a rapper too.
That motherfucker woke me
Is
up
he
at
from
2 in the morning.
California? Because he was
no,
all
he
about
was
the
from
hip-hop.
here.
Okay, he was
He's
all
from
about
here.
the hip
So
hop
was
lifestyle.
Crazy and Stray Cat related?
No.
No,
Okay,
no,
I
no.
got that
We
story.
were,
But
we
Crazy
were like, we knew
and
each other.
Pozeski
Yeah.
were enemies.
Yeah, I
And
knew
that's
that.
how
Because
my
that's
friend
everybody was enemies
Emmanuel
with
Pozeski.
Pozeski.
So that's how I became enemies with Stray Cat because of my friend
Oh, no.
Pozeski. But
Stray
anyway,
Cat was
that's
cool.
a
That's
different
another
story.
episode, yeah.
Nah, Stray was cool as a motherfucker.
So
Yeah,
you
that
did
guy
some
was
stuff with Stray Cat?
Yeah, that guy was funny, man. He had me laughing all the time. But he was my homie. So I was, mind you, I was already spinning by that time, maybe 5-7 years in, about 7-8 years probably at that time, and I was already like itching, like, because I was in band in middle school, so I knew I wanted to do something,
Yeah.
not just spin.
Music driven.
Yeah, music driven. In middle school, I played the trumpet, and going into high school, I was like, I won these medals and all this, all city band, you name it, in middle school. But going into high school, that year before, I was introduced to this whole DJ thing. Before that, the year before that, we were breakdancing, so I was already editing songs that I would records that I would buy from the store. I would edit on this machine that my mom had, this tape deck. It's like a turntable, cassette deck, you name it. Like
But it
a
wasn't like a
tower.
4-track or
No,
anything, just a
nothing like
cassette
that.
deck. Yeah.
But the pausing on it was amazing. So I would do these mega mixes so we could practice breakdancing.
Yeah.
Out of the 5 records that I had.
Yeah.
So I would do that.
What were the 5 records?
I don't know. Rocket, Planet Rock, Hashim, Alna Fish, and
shit.
probably Freakazoid at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right around that time.
That's crazy.
And
And 2 or 2 hype. But anyway.
no, to at that time. But that's how I started, and then I would edit everything just by pausing, start, pause, this and that, and then
Not trying to produce.
no,
just
not
making a
producing, just
mixtape
making
so
mega
you can break
mixes.
dance, Yeah.
So I would say like in 86, 87, my friend Manny, you guys know Manny, right?
Yeah, I remember Manny.
He had 2 turntables. Actually, my friend Oliver before that gave me a turntable,
Yeah.
bell drive turntable at that.
What's Manny's last name?
Rincon.
Manny Rincon.
Yeah, but before that, Oliver, my friend Oliver, who I started kind of spinning with before I met Manny, gave me a turntable. It was a belt drive, and I learned how to scratch with that turntable.
Yeah.
And that's all I know how to do first is scratch, because I love hip hop so much. It was so new.
But how did you love it so much when it was that? It was so new.
Because I would go to the record store and buy all this new shit.
Yeah, where do you get
But
it
how,
from?
yeah,
'Cause it was hard
what
to-
got you into loving hip hop?
Breakdance.
Because there was
Jerry,
not a
Stray
category.
Cat.
Same thing with
Stray
me.
Cat.
I couldn't
Stray-
break dance with the shit,
Well-
but I loved breakdance so much, and then it correlated with
Yeah.
hip hop. That's how I got
Well, the thing
into
is,
it,
my
too.
friend Stray Cat Jerry
Yeah.
would get these cassettes from Chicago.
Houston? Oh, okay. I was gonna say Houston was probably
With
the
all
closest
these,
outlet.
DJs mixing on B96.
How the fuck did he get
I don't know,
'Cause
but he
see,
would bring them, and we would practice, and I'd be like, and then they'd have the
This is a
drops at the
world
radio
where,
station.
where it's not like
going.
right now where you could go to
Yeah.
Amazon or download.
No,
It's a
no.
world where you
It
know
was
what's in your
crazy.
neighborhood, and that's about it, right?
But he had
Yeah,
all the
that's
dope
crazy.
shit.
Yeah.
So I would listen to all that.
I would love to get him on here because obviously,
Stray's
you,
awesome.
and I agree with you, but obviously you looked up to him and what he was doing and kind of
he
helped
had-
you. Yeah.
He had all these cassettes.
So I want to know how he got into the
Yeah,
hip hop.
I don't know
game
how he got it.
because it goes further than
Yeah.
you know. And
So,
anyway, go ahead.
by him getting those cassettes, I was into it. I was already into like the whole DJ thing. And mind you, I was in middle school, so I was in band.
Yeah.
And when my band teacher was like, "We're going into high school. Are you going to continue?" And I just took a bet and said, "I'm not going to join band. I'm going to throw my whole focus on DJing."
You were into DJing that hard.
I wanted that summer. that's it.
That's crazy because you're
Yeah.
not. It's not like you're doing it
No,
and decide.
no.
wanna
I
do-
loved it so much, man. You don't understand. Hip hop was so, it was new. No one, I mean, it was new.
Yeah.
So I started doing that. Started buying records. Started learning how to blend at that time, and then by '84, by '85, I was already kind of blending pretty good.
Yeah.
When I was hanging out with
Blending,
Manny,
like mixing like beats and
because Manny had 2 turntables, 2 Pioneer belt drive turntables that were the same, and
400s?
I learned how to blend with
speed dials?
his pitch control.
Yeah.
He had pitch control. My turntable didn't have one.
Yeah.
So I learned how to blend there, and then he was buying records. I was buying records. It was awesome, man. That's where I learned. Then I got a job at Image because they knew what I was able to do at that time. Freestyle started banging at that time.
But previous to that, you never mixed at like a high school.
No. Well, I did like high school dances, debuts here and there with Oliver.
What other form of music was DJ mixing applicable to other than hip hop? Now you do it with all kinds, like with dance.
Yeah. Well, there was people mixing dance,
but like a radio
but it was
station,
really quick. It was like
a radio station mixing other than starting a song.
Even if they did, we didn't
they
know
were doing it in
anything
Chicago,
about it, so.
Chicago, New York. They were
Like
all doing
house,
it.
like well, no, house wasn't around back
So
then.
by the late '80s here in San Antonio, you had Power 93.
That's
and
who it
probably
was.
KTFM.
Yeah.
Power 93 was killing it, man. They were so I would submit freestyle mixes to them, and they would play them on Saturday night. So
That's dope, man.
by '88, I was already having my mixes on.
Gotta be 18 around that time.
Yeah, I was about 18. Mixes on air.
6 kids.
While I
5
was at
kids.
Image spinning.
Yeah.
So
6
even
kids.
back then, I was doing that.
Who were you?
And that was
DJing
before I
with
met you guys.
Who
so.
were you DJing with the Zooport?
Well, that was part of Image.
Yeah, but who were
So
you DJing there?
it was only one DJ.
Okay,
there.
wasn't Gabriel? I was gonna say I thought Gabriel.
No. Gabriel would do, I think, every now and then, like the back room or
Okay.
something. It depends. I don't know what he was doing. Wherever they had him.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But it was Omni. Omni was there. It was me.
remember Omni, yeah.
And the reason I got into Image was
How's Omni doing, by the way?
I haven't talked to him.
Yeah, me neither.
He's not all there right
It's been
now.
a while since
he's been
Val's
real
wedding.
sick,
Since
yeah.
Val's wedding, so,
Yeah. But I mean, the reason I got into Image was a friend of mine, Spin LaVie, who I knew from back in the hood,
That name
with
sounds
hanging out with Stray
familiar,
Cat. They murdered some guy, a retired sheriff, murdered him because
Wow.
he was having a house party and he went over his house with a gun and threatened him and he shot him and he
Wow.
killed him. But before that, he got me into Image and we were doing Saturday nights together. He's the one that got me in there.
Yeah.
Which I'm grateful because that's how I learned how to program a crowd.
Yeah.
I learned how to spin better there, in front of a crowd. As a teenager, that was crazy. And mind you, this is before internet, before any of that.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
So it was awesome, man.
It's almost
So-
like a closed world because
Yeah,
you're not getting all that information.
Exactly.
Like you look back now, you'll see stuff from Grandmaster Flash and his mixing beats and
Yeah.
how ahead of his time he was mixing beats, and we're doing that in '88,
Yeah.
'90. Like
Yeah.
you're the only
Years
person I ever
later,
saw
years
doing
later.
that.
Oh,
Yeah, but he was doing like in '82,
But-
80.
But by that time, by '87, I was heavy into freestyle, because that's what was popping at that
Yeah.
time. Image was real big
I
at
didn't
that.
even know of freestyle
Yeah,
in '87.
exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I was like, what
but
the
it was
hell is
big,
freestyle?
and I was playing hip hop, a lot of new wave, a lot of freestyle. But
his phone call.
there was
He's got
this
his
thing.
call.
His phone call,
There
guys.
was his phone call with a chick.
Eli will be back in about 10
Yeah.
minutes.
He'll be back.
But we're still rolling though, right?
Yeah, we're still going.
We're still going.
Maybe he's
Yeah,
smoking a
Reese is-
blunt. I don't know.
Sit back,